Hey, what's up? This is Taiba from House of Kicks here. And this is actually, I did not plan this show. So if I look a little raggedy here, that's not because I just wasn't prepared. I was doing some cooking here and I just wanted to jump on my computer and then do this for you guys. Because I know the shoe's coming out in a couple of days and a lot of people want to know how many pairs were made. So that's why I'm doing this. Let me share my screen and I'm going to tell you exactly what shoe I'm talking about. So the shoe that's coming out is the Turbo Green Air Jordan 1. And this is one of those all-star sneakers. Now, this week is gonna be crazy, man. You got the infrared coming out. You got these Turbo Green coming out. You got those Obsidian with patent leather coming out. You got a whole bunch of stuff like the KD and Pearl and all kind of stuff. Now, these right here was inspired by the 90s and, of course, the Charlotte Hornet. That's the first time this city is hosting the All-Star game. So that's a lot of nostalgia that's going into it. And this shoe, man, it comes with this. The leather on it is crazy, man. It looks like they made it look old, which is great. I like the concept behind it. I actually entered one of those drawing to get one of these, man. I actually like these, man. They look really good. Like, see, if you look at the upper here, it looks like it's getting dirty. They made it look like it's from the 80s. So it's a nice looking shoe. The leather is crazy on it, nice leather, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I just want to talk about the amount of pairs made because I know a lot of people are going to try to see if they can get their hands on it. So that's why I'm here today. All right. So I wrote an article yesterday and I never got a chance to do it yesterday. So I wanted to do it right now. So basically, like all the major retailers are getting it. Besides Nike, of course, like Foot Locker, Champs, Finish Line, Foot Action, Jimmy Jazz, that's the minor, Kicks USA, Shoe City, Rouville is getting it, City Gear is getting it. A whole bunch of places are getting it. So you're gonna be able to get your hands on it if you really want the shoe. But what we're trying to do today, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you to see how many possible pair Nike made. All right. So I would just I could have used my linear regression line that I created, but I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go the hard way and just make some assumption that I do, and then I'm gonna stick to it. So we all know that Foot Locker is getting it, like Foot Action, Champs, and Eastbay, and we're gonna assume that all this is part of Foot Locker family is getting about 1/3 of the entire inventory, and then their online locations, we get about one third of the inventory the stores are getting. And now the hardest part is always to try to figure out how many shoes each physical store is gonna get, physical store. Like for a lot of time, like for Foot Locker, like in my region, for example, there's a place that gets about like 100 pairs, and another place is gonna get like 12. So to kind of like make it easy, I just stick with 12 pairs, especially when the shoes like limited. Now for this one, I just stuck to like 12 pairs. Then I'm gonna run my numbers based on that. Now to run the numbers, we first need to see. Let me show you the map real quick. This is Foot Locker's map. All right. A lot of House of Hoops are getting it. That's Foot Locker. Now let's look at Foot Action. That's Champs. That's Champs right here. So you can just type in your city, your zip code, and you're gonna see how many locations are getting it. You can get a head start on it if you have the app. Just go and get your app out and then put in your number and try to see if you get a head start. I got a 10-minute head start, so I might get mine. I don't know. Now, this is Foot Action. And then I'm also going to show you Eastbay. Eastbay is also getting in online. So you got a lot of options. That's just the big major retailers. Now, I told you that Rouville and all these other places are getting it. So now to run our numbers, I know like approximately there are about like 335 Foot Locker stores. And then like that's our House of Hoops, and then some like select locations, and then 270 Foot Actions, and then 133 Champs. So when you take that number, all you gotta do is just multiply by the number that I assigned, which is 12, and I got 4,020 for Foot Locker physical stores. Foot Action, I got 3,240, and then Champs about 1,596. You total up all those together and divide it by 3 to get the online stock or inventory, which is 2,952. And then you add all these together to get the number from Foot Locker. That's about 12,000 pairs. And then to get a grand total, you just do 12,000 times 3, which is 36,000. Now my next step was trying to figure out, should you buy the flip? Because everybody want to flip sneakers these days. Everybody want to sell it, and I don't blame you. If you want to make money on it, more power to you. But should you do it is the question. Now, to do it, I went on eBay and I got my little data and I put it in the table to make it easy. Now, if you look at my table over here, this is a histogram. Now, there are 4 shoes that sold between 240 and 250, 8 pairs between 250 and 260, 0 between 260 and 270, about 2 pairs between 270 and 280, 0 between 280 and 290, and 300 and up was 5 pairs. So now, if you look, I wrote stuff here for you guys to make it easy. Now, 5 sales took place at $300, and those were like size 8, 8, 9, 9.5, 2 pairs, and then size 10. Now, smaller sizes will probably give you the largest like margin. Basically, if you get a size 10.5 and 13, you probably get about 250 or 260 for them, and size 10 or 11 about 250. All right, and the shoe is selling for like 160. Now, if you live in Maryland, where I live, the tax is like 9.60, 6%. I pay about 169.60, and you know, based on the 19 sales, the average market value is 270.52. That's $100 markup basically, and this is a 59.33% markup. So yes, you should probably I don't need to answer that question for you. Should you buy the flip? If you want to flip it, yes, you're gonna make some money on it. So if you get your hands on a 10 pairs, that's $1,000 on a given Thursday. So more power to you. Now, for those that actually want the shoe to rock them, you're always gonna fight with these resellers when you come to this, because this is a shoe that's gonna be a good that's a good resale value. So yes, it's gonna be hard to get. Now I went on Kixify, and it come to find out, Kixify numbers are better. Like, look, 260, 270, nobody's selling it for this low. 270 to 280, 1 pair, 280 to 290, it's 10 pairs, 290 to 300, 3 pairs, and $300 and up 18. So people are actually killing it on Kixify. So I say throw this joint on Kixify if you want to make the most money out of it. All right. Now, Chris and I have been talking about what is changing in the resale market. And then sneakerheads do have a lot of value, man, because resellers drive this market. Like, a reseller is so important to this market that people don't actually understand. This shoe has a market value of $304 on Kixify and $270 on eBay. So you see the gap there is big, it's like $34. So you'd be better off selling this joint on eBay, on Kixify if I was you. So I would say, you know what, it's not gonna be easy to get, but if you really, I mean, there's a lot of options, man. Like, you're gonna go on Soul Links. This guy gives you a whole bunch of stuff. I give you a few places, but you can go on Soul Links. He's got a whole bunch of like people here. Shoe Pilots, Finish Line, Nike. Now, if you go on Shoe City is getting it. You know, so it shouldn't be hard for you to get your hands on it, man. Like Shoe City, I'm always being stupid, man. Look, I got a Shoe City's getting it. They're getting it. Shoe City's getting it. Ruvilla's getting it. City Gear's getting it. So you're not gonna have a hard time getting this shoe if you really want it. I say just go out there and make sure you go on Foot Locker's app. I'll show you on my phone right now. Let me show you on my phone what I did. Because, you know, I know a lot of people are trying to get these, and you know, if I can help you, you know, I'll do the best that I can. My phone is still like loading up here. I don't know, it's taking a little while. Hold on 1 second. All right. So if you look at your countdown, let's see, your launch locator. Just go on your launch locator. I don't know if you can see that. You see it over here. Okay? Infrared and everything is right there. Just hit the button. There's a little reflection here. I'll show you how to do it. Hit the button. Okay? And then go to your location. If you live in, let's say you live in Kentucky, whatever zip code it is, you put it in there and then go to the store and get a head start. So you might be able to get your size. It's not that hard to get. Now, if you don't like that, you can always check my website. I'm going to share my screen one more time. Let me share my screen one more time, okay? And if you go on the website, on my website here, there's a bunch of like, I give you a list of like places where you can get the shoe from. And then you can actually buy them on eBay if you don't waste your time. Just go and buy them on eBay. I got a list of places for you. All right? And then also, a couple of days ago, I saw the fake ones, and I don't really have pictures, so I just want to warn you, like, be extremely careful, because there's been fakes, and you can see this is the authentic pair. The fake one is like plain white. You see, it doesn't look old. It doesn't have that old feel to it. So be extremely careful before you buy from somebody. Okay, and then again, the authentic is like a little greenish. It's not like typically, it's not like ocean blue. So you have to be extremely careful. You can go on my website and look at this if you want. All right. Thanks for watching. This is Ty from Master Cakes, and stay tuned for more stuff.